Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight from the barrier, coming with the heat from the damn straight. This is PBNN Point Black National News, the late and the great edition and the ghetto edition as well, because this is what we must do. As you can see, in more ways than one, it's important for us to understand, much as what is going on today in our world that we need to be understanding in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? We don't need anybody to be telling us how to do what we do in no shape or form outside of the truth that needs to be told. You know what I'm saying? Today we see where this peace coming in, still on the same stuff that's going on in this, political theater. You know what I'm saying? You know, coming in where we see many things are mentioned in more ways than one, and it's all right for some to do and some to do not, which was explained in more ways than one. But at the same time, when we look at it, we see where a piece coming in by on the same topic, you know what I'm saying? Newsweek 90, U.S. Jim Jordan's crime hearings take surprising turn by Matthew in, I think his name is in Petty, something like that, on 4/17/23 at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? So we see here where a hearing, crime held by the House Judiciary Committee, you know what I'm saying, on Monday took several surprising turns with members from both sides, you know what I'm saying, of the aisle, you know what I'm saying, both sides of the aisle, offering an array of different, views. On Monday, the House Judiciary Committee, led by Ohio Republican Representative Jim Jordan, held a hearing in New York City to discuss violence and District Attorney, Alan Nutcase Braggs. You know what I'm saying? Policies. The House Judiciary Committee will hold, in more ways than one, will hold a a, a field hearing on Monday, April 17, 2023 at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York City, New York. The hearing, victims of violent crimes in Manhattan, will, examine how Manhattan District Attorney Alan Case Braggs, you know what I'm saying, uh, uh, pre-crime anti-victim policies have led to an increase in violent crimes. Well, this is what they wanted to do. This was all a part of the ramping up of the chaos of the game that was going to play in 2020 when it comes to the election and all of this and that and the cheating of it in more ways than just one or two. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where Manhattan Allen District Attorney Alan Bragg's pro-crime anti-victim policies have led to the increase in violent crimes and dangerous communities for New York residents. You know what I'm saying? The committee said in a statement regarding the hearing, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. Early this month, Braggs, you know, indicted, can you imagine that? Indicted Donald J. Trump. Indicted Donald J. Trump, Chubby Bear, baby, in a connection with a allegation hush money, one of the stupidest shit I've ever heard, scheme to silence an adult film star Stormy Knucklehead Daniels. Before the 2016 before the 2016 presidential election sparked sparking a feud between Braggs and the House Judiciary Committee, because I still don't understand how he was able to indict him on that piece of bullshit, political theater. While Monday hearing features speakers criticizing Braggs and crimes in Manhattan, you know, Demon Democrats on the committee shared different opinions, including some called for hearing to be moved to Jim Jordan State in Ohio. No, it should not. No, no. It should stay right here in the Epic Center, New York City. Since New York likes to be the epic center of every garbage, demon, democratical bullshit that comes down the ladder, then this is the proper place for it to be, because this is where Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, was unfairly just in a criminal investigation that holds no water. And if this is the best he's got, then he must be holding out on a whole lot more, don't you think? You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. But towards the beginning of the hearing, committee members, heard impact statements from several, saying when we look at it, New York residents who have experienced, saying violent crimes, you know, violent crime incidents. Demon Democratic New York City Council member Robert Holden also spoke early in the hearing and criticized bribes. In more ways than one, to me, he needs to be fired. On his first day of office, Braggs, not KSL, Alan Bragg, not KSL, issued a memo that would decriminalize a broad range of offenses and reduce charges of violent crimes, Holden said. This was a signal for every criminal that it was open season on law-abiding citizens. Well, that's what he wanted to do in order to have the chaos, like we said again in 2020, and the election and all this stuff going on. This was a part of the cheating game, in more ways than one. The open season on law-abiding citizens. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what took place in more ways than one when it came to uh, 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 our city. And even the chaos with the pandemic and people arguing back and forth, they don't want to, some don't want to, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. These failed progressive policies reverse 30 years of law and order delivered to the city by hardworking men and women of what? The NYPD. Not just the NYPD, Suffolk County as well. You know what I'm saying? Suffolk County, Sheriff Department, and many other law enforcement did not have just a great open season, to where, it was peace and safety even for them. And professional prosecutors that put victims' rights ahead of criminals. You know what I'm saying? During another portion of the hearing, Jim Jordan, during a portion of the hearing, Jim Kessler, I think his name is, the co-founder and senior vice president for policies for third way, policies for a third way, provided an array of crimes stats in New York and spoke about the how they compare to other cities across the nation. You know what I'm saying? I think his name is Kiesler or whatever, said that New York City is not only safer than most large cities in America, it is safer than most cities of any size. And on a per capita, I think he's saying capita base or whatever, who gives a flying fuck, on whatever base you're talking about, New York City is safer than uh, most states of the members sitting on the majority side. Kessler went on to say that Ohio murder rate was higher than the rate in New York City in 2020. You know what I'm saying? As we see shortly after Kessler, you know what I'm saying, read off in more ways than one numerous crime threats in New York City and how they compare to other cities. Representative David uh, Cicilline or whatever, a Demon Democrat member of the committee, asked Jordan if the hearing could be moved to Ohio. Representative Zola Love Green or whatever it's Green or whatever his name is, another Demon Democrat member on the committee, also asked about witnesses and said she felt they were being used for political purpose. That's bullshit, and she's word playing and trying to change the narrative. No, they're not. The witnesses are the witnesses based on the witnesses of the case, and the case is a serious case based on the case. So should it be? No changing the narrative. Know what I'm saying? No change in talking about you use that a political purpose by the Republican members, sparking a response from the coward, which appeared to disagree. I don't know about all that bullshit she talking a word with. You know what I'm saying? The case is the case and it stays as it is. The law is the law, and according to Alan Bragg's shitty words, or my words as well, no one should be above the law, and the law should not be above the people. It should be the law is the law, and the protection for the people in itself based on honest police work and not bullshittery trickery in no shape or form. So if the case is brought forth to court, so shall it be that the witnesses should not be called anything, no name calling, be professional, or step off your square and let someone take the other spot. You know what I'm saying? As we see, but Republican Representative Matt Gaetz also issued a response to Prince or whatever her name comments and asked many of the witnesses if they felt used. I am willing to participate. Witnesses, Madeline, uh, I think her name would be Brame or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The mother of a homicide victim said in response. You know what I'm saying? The Demon Democrat looks like Henry Johnson also criticized Jordan, yeah, because all y'all Democrats are full of garbage and piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Why this case is more, don't make this case into no joke. This is serious business, and the people need to stand behind Jim Jordan 100% on every single step of the way with this case. Same thing we need to do with Donald Trump's case. You know what I'm saying? Needed to be stepped on every step of the way by the people, for the people, and the people right to know the answers to these questions. Demon Democrat Henry Johnson also criticized Jordan and the location of the hearing, which prompted many audience members to speak out in disagreement. Jordan called for order in the hearing and warned that some could be asked to leave if they continue to interrupt. That's the Demon Democrats, the same thing we saw during the election with creepy Joe Biden, and then when it was all clapping while the people was coming from a Republican convention or whatever, to hear Donald Trump or whoever speak, and they were standing on two sides of the road while they're coming in the crosswalk, clapping, look at the Republicans, look at everything you sell out, and working for Soros and the Demon Democrats to do and they're doing the same thing again coming up to the 2024. So be aware of the game they're going to play. Like Jim Jordan said, if your ass can't keep quiet, then get your ass out. You ain't got to leave, but you got to get out of the situation where law and order must take its place. Later on, an individual in the audience was escorted out. That's right, nice and easy, ease his ass out of there, of the hearing by police officers. You know what I'm saying? Newsweek previously reached out to Jim Jordan, press secretary, for comments via email. You can look that up on your own, but we don't need nobody to be making no choices for the American people. The American people wants to hear the truth, and the American people wants to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? So these different Demon Democrats are on the panel and not cooperating in any shape or form, but expected the Republicans to be limited down and the ones that were on there to be a sellout and cooperate on their committee when they had the January 6th Shitty Committee. You know what I'm saying? As I call it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was full of shit then, full of shit now, and so shall it be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody have time to sit here with this nonsense with these demon Democrats and their bullshit. And we need to get them out of government, you know what I'm saying? For real. You know, we really need to get them out of government. You know what I'm saying? We see Wyoming county leader, you know what I'm saying, calling on Governor Cariaso to help in the drug overdose. Yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying? We see Alan Braggs, you know what I'm saying, prosecutors booted. You know, Alan Braggs prosecuted Alan Bragg's protesters booted from House Judiciary hearing, which we just examined. We see FBI issues an alert about dangerous Chinese agents in New Jersey, which is not unexpected at all. You know what I'm saying? But we see FBI issues an alert about dangerous spies in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's very not unexpected, but very stupid. You know what I'm saying? Chinese agents in New Jersey who are going after, who are they going after? The FBI in New Jersey is cracking down on transnational repression. You know what I'm saying? Transnational repression. You know what I'm saying? If you been targeted, the feds want to know. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like something out of a Jason Bourne movie, but it's real and it's increasingly happening in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? From what we see. You know what I'm saying? From what we see. It's increasingly happening in New Jersey, which, like I said, is not unexpected in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? At all. It's not unexpected. You know what I'm saying? But we see it's continuously happening. And this is very unusual that the government is not on top of this, but the FBI issued an alert that People's Republic of China secret agents are allegedly harassing, stalking, terrorizing, and trying to bribe individuals in the Garden State. Jim Denetry or whatever, you know what I'm saying, is special agent in, you know, look like Heart of Hogs, Hagues of FBI, of the FBI in New Jersey say the most of the time the end game of these Chinese secret agents is to bring people back to China in order to basically shut them up and to have them pay for criticizing the Chinese government. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make any goddamn sense because it seems like they have more power in our country than we do. I wonder who sold us out, is the question.